We still have a 2-run deficit. The Impact is the home team, so they will have their, the Impact are the visiting team. So they will have their opportunity, the Vintage, to come back. They'll have the last ups, as it were.
Okay, Michael Layton to lead off in the top of the fourth. He takes a ball. His team leads 6-4. That pitch is on the inside corner for a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Layton swings and lifts one in the air to left field. Drawing the beat on it and making the catch is Russell Freeman, and that is the first out in the top of the fourth. As we go back to the top of the order and Tyler White.
Well, we're having a little bit of a technical issue right at the minute, so you might give it a second.
And Tyler White goes after the first pitch and hits one right back to the pitcher. Schrader fields it and throws out White, and that's quickly 2 outs for Joe Jaquez.
He who had the 2-run home run in the first inning.
Remember, each team has already hit their allotted 1 home run over the fence. You can get as many inside the field home runs as you can, but over the fence, just 1 each. And we have 2 pitches in a row that were out of the strike zone, 3 balls and a strike. And that pitch is high and inside, ball 4, and Jaquez is a 2-out base runner for Dave Walsh. We'll have a courtesy runner. Tyler White, the leadoff batter, will come in to run for Joe Jaquez as Dave Walsh, a left-handed batter, gets ready to take his swings against Sissy Schroeder. He goes to the opposite way into left center field for a base hit. And White on his horse will head to third. No play there. This throw comes into second base. It's first and third with 2 out. Joe Bland will bat next.
Trying to add to this lead. Sorry, it was Bland who had the home run. I said it was Jaquez. It was Bland who had the home run.
Bland swings and hits one right in the hole between first and second. Another run will score. It's an RBI single for Bland. And on the play, Walsh takes third. It's now 7-4.
First time that Impact has scored since the first inning.
Right.
They put that 6-pack up in the first, and then they were held scoreless in the second and third.
Here's Richard Frederick on the plate. 2-1. And that pitch is illegal, ball 3. And that pitch is at the letters, 3-2. Quickly delivering a Schroeder, and that pitch is low, ball 4, and the bases are loaded for Steve Wanzik.
Pardon me? Oh. We back up? Okay. So we have the signal again?
Okay. We have 2 working now.
Okay.
There'll be a pinch runner. Michael Layton will come in to run at second base. He will be the courtesy runner. He is running for Joe Bland. Wanzik goes after the first one and hits one to the third baseman. Casually tosses over to first, and Gary Kestro makes the putout, and that ends the inning.
This year, the Asana Softball World Series will take place August 16th through the 20th in our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. Join an estimated 100 other teams comprised of cisgender women, trans men, non-binary, and agender athletes as they come together to compete in multiple divisions for the title of world champion. Visit AsanaSeries.org for more information. Like them on Facebook, too, at Asana Softball World Series. And Cloud Sports Network will be there.
Happy to be in Dallas. Not too far from me.
Oh, we're talking about Asana now.
Oh, we are talking about Asana. I'm sorry.
We'll be in D.C., but we'll also be in Dallas. We'll talk about them in a little bit.
I can't hear as well. I have my hood on because it's a little too chilly for me right now. Anyway, it's 7-4, and Gary Castro to lead off in the bottom of the fourth for the SoCal Vintage. He's reached on a single. The first pitch to him is hit up the middle. One hop to the pitcher, who makes the putout or makes the play to the first baseman, and one out.
So we apologize if you were following us live. We had a little bit of a data issue, technology issue. We'll call it a little blackout. But we're back now, and we are awful glad that you have weathered with us and stuck with us. You'll be able to watch this game in its entirety because we just kept going as though we were live, so we're still here. We appreciate you watching the 15th annual Sin City Classic presented by Lexus.
Sissy Schroeder takes the walk on 3 pitches. There'll be a pinch runner. Courtesy runner will be Scott Burns. And the batter will be Will Hartman. He singled and scored. The wind picks up again. First pitch to Hartman is grounded up the middle, fielded by the second baseman, Leighton backhand.
My
goodness! First for a double play.
Goodness! If Jerry Coleman was here, he would hang a star on that one. My goodness!
Right. Leighton fielded the ball, pitched it over to Jack Hess for the force on second, and then Joe made a very good throw to first base to Joe Bland, and that's the inning.
That was fantastic.
So we go to the top of the fifth, and our score remains San Francisco Impact 7 and the SoCal Vintage 4.
Rich, coming up Easter weekend, April 15th through the 17th in Richmond, Virginia, Naga presents the Naga Cup, an invitational tournament for the best of the best in A and B Division tournament play. Check them out on Facebook at 2022 Naga Cup. Then later in the year, y'all come to Dallas for the Gay Softball World Series, you hear? It's August 29th through September 3rd, and more than 200 teams are expected from all across the U.S. and Canada. Visit nagasoftball.org for more details, and while you're at it, check out the host city's Facebook page at 2022 Dallas Gay Softball World Series.
Raul Miranda will lead off in the top of the fifth, and he hits the first pitch in the left field for a base hit. For Hector Medina, the left-handed batter. There's a pop-up on the infield, carrying into shallow right center field. Nice over-the-shoulder grab. Wow, that's a really nice play.
Almost doubled him up.
David Lerma making a nice over-the-shoulder grab, and then almost, as you say, almost doubled up the runner at first.
We need the Sports Center. Down a nine, down a nine.
Orlando Diaz, the batter. Seen some good glove at second base. And the first pitch hits the plate. It's 2-1. Diaz, the batter.
That's a veteran move by Diaz to take this at bat at his pace.
And that pitch is low and inside. 3-1. 3-1 pitch. Diaz swings and hits it up the middle. It goes into center field for a hit. And it's runners at first and second as Miranda will hold at second base.
Nice full extension dive by the shortstop, just couldn't come up with it.
Here's Michael Leighton. First pitch to Michael. Looped into right field, and that ball is down the line. It's a fair ball. 1 run will score as Miranda crosses the plate. Another run for San Francisco. They increase their lead. Now it's 8-4, and on the play, Diaz holds at second base. That'll send us back to the top of the order. Always like those hitters that can go oppo. Tyler White, the batter. Goes after the first one and hits one past the outstretched glove of Scott Burns. Diaz comes around third. They're going to send him in. There'll be no play on him, and the other runners move up to second and third.
There was just that momentary hesitation on the bobble by the left center fielder, and that allowed the runners to move up 70 feet. Close play at second base, but ultimately not in time. And it's just, it's when this is where that softball game becomes a matter of inches. Just that little bobble by that left fielder with those base runners on their horses.
You give them that little bit, and they'll take the extra base. If they're smart base runners, they know exactly what they're doing. Here's Joe Jaquez, and he takes the second pitch that's offered him for a strike. First pitch was a ball, so it's 2-2. There's a ground ball or line drive up the middle into left center field for a base hit. Bobbled again by the left center fielder. Layton scores, and so does Tyler White. 2 more runs here in the top of the 5th, and it's now 11-4. For Dave Walsh.
While they're working out their runners and whether or not they're going to put one on, the Impact
also
also
have a
wanted
courtesy runner, and this is going to be White. He will come back in to run for Jaquez.
While they're working out that... Oh, here we go. Never mind. Sorry about that.
First pitch bounces on the plate, 2-1. And the next one is lifted on the infield to the left side, and it will be caught by the third baseman, Rick Moss.
He who made that nifty play earlier in the game.
That's the second out, and here is Joe Bland. He drives one into right center field for a hit. On his horse and on his way to third base is the courtesy runner Tyler White. First and third with 2 out for Richard Frederick. There's a fly ball hit out into left field. On coming to make the catch is Russell Freeman, and the inning is over.
And this is a good time to honor the memory of a friend of ours who has